And Kim's roping Roger into her first tip.
This is obviously years and years of dirty hands, dogs jumping up. The whole thing's got to this, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to try 2 ways to get it off, OK? But one is sugar soap. Very old, very traditional. Or you've got a choice of the new proprietary.
Yeah.
They both work. But sugar soap is very good because it has alkaline in it and it so easily cleans. Problem with you have, I've opened the window, we have to ventilate. They recommend you wear a mask. Now, get this on. Now, I have put in here 1 teaspoon into, I'd call that a generous pint. It's very hot water. That's all I need. I take my cloth and I immerse it in here. You would be amazed when it gets off. So watch. I'm just going to do that. Sugar soap is terribly powerful. It just is flipping well incredible.
Yeah.
So I've done that. Right, now watch. The proprietary goes straight on the rag. Dry rag. There I go. Now watch, spread it around. Leave a gap. Now there I go. You see?
Yeah.
Now, I will admit this to you. It does take longer to get it off. I'm not going to deny that to you. I don't think that's too bad, actually.
No, it's very good.
I'm not going to say that's too bad at all. So, Roger, which one are you going to use on this door frame?
Well, I think there's that one's nice and easy. I'll use the sugar soap.
Right, get your mask on. Get on with it.
Thank you.
There is another reason for the state of the house. Lou suffers from depression.
The muddle in the house doesn't help with the depression. It makes my mind muddled and I just want to crawl into a corner and hide and not come out. I am fed up of living like this. It is wrong. It doesn't do me any good at all.
The decline of the house is symbolised by the desperate state of the freezer. Beneath the lid lies something so bad that for the first time ever, the ladies are having to quarantine a kitchen appliance.
Well, we're going to take a look inside with this endoscope, which essentially is a lens with a light on the end of it and a monitor for you to check. I've made a small incision in the plastic here, which I'm going to insert the lens into, close up that seal and look inside. Now, ladies, inside this freezer, there's a limited amount of oxygen, OK?
Right.
Something like Clostridium, bacteria, which you can't see, thrives in that sort of environment. Now, certain species of it gives off toxic gas that causes gangrene.
Ooh.
Yes, it's that dangerous.
Not me.
The other thing, if you look closely there, that, what does it look like?
Ice.
It does look like ice. Well, I can tell you it's not ice, and I think I might know what it is. I'm going to take some swabs around the house.
So, what will the lab results reveal about the horrors in the house?
Are you upset?
You're worried.
Oh.
And it's a dog's life for Kim. This Addams family are Wild West fanatics. But home is no little house on the prairie, more a house of horror. Lou suffers from depression, and the house isn't helping.
I've hit rock bottom with it, I think. And I would so love to be able to have my ruins back into a castle.
But it's not just the family who cause chaos. Border Collie, Crackers, isn't house-trained, so Kim and Aggie are taking Lou and Holly to meet dog trainer Kathy Humphries.
Hi there. Hello, Kathy. Thanks so much for coming. We need a bit of a help here with this little one here. Yes, he kind of wheezes indiscriminately, doesn't he?
He does indoors, I'm afraid, and I can't get him to do a wee-wee outside.
I've certainly got ideas of how we can help. But if you'd like to take the Dalmatians off for a walk for me so that I can concentrate on Cracker and his owner, I'd appreciate that.
OK, no problem.
All right.
See you later. Come on, guys.
Right,
Come on.
let's go.
OK, Lou, so did you bring the rag that I asked you to bring with you?
Yes.
Yes, the pea-ridden cloth. Yes.
Thank you very much. What we're going to try and do is get him interested
Taking
in
him
this.
back to basics.
Good boy. We're going to use this to put the scent from the dog onto the newspaper, transform it all over, and eventually we'd be able to take the cloth away and just have the scented newspaper.
Right.
Once he starts weeing on the newspaper, then we can move it nearer the door to outside, and then hopefully he'll start doing it outside.
Outside.
And we can also do it at the base of the tree that you said you've got in your garden.
Right.
Which will encourage him to cock his leg on the tree as well.
Hang on. This way.
The other thing I'd suggest is to go out with him on his own for a walk and walk him along areas where other male dogs will have been to the toilet.
It really is back to basics.
It is back to basics.
Yeah.
Treat him as a puppy.
And hopefully within a week, Crackers will have cracked it. Back at home, the team are quickly getting on top of the grime, and Kim has a plan for revitalising Dan's chest of drawers. But will it be his cup of tea?
This is very, well, damaged to say the least, isn't it?
Well, it is.
God. But it's very beautiful. I'm going to restore some colour in this with tea.
It's very strange to use tea, though, isn't it?
You read all your old books. Everything was put to use years ago. As a child, believe this or not, because we'd run out of toothpaste, my sister and I would stick our toothbrush up the chimney, gather soot on it, and we'd clean our teeth. And you'd swallow water and spit it, and your teeth were sparkling. Years ago, everything had its use. Tea did more jobs than you can shake a stick at. Right, my lovely, I've got to open up this wood, make it as open as I can so it simply drinks it in and gives it a nice colour. So I've got very mild sandpaper. All I'm doing is go on the grain. Now, I'm not going hard at all. If it's a very, very, very expensive antique, and if I was in doubt, I wouldn't do this. You'd go to an antique dealer who would charge you to French polish it. OK, I'm happy with that. I want to gather all the little sawdust bits, and I don't want to do it with a dry duster, because if I do, it'll fly.
That looks amazing already.
I know. Good Lord. In I go. You see, tea is golden. This is a golden piece. We want to add a golden colour, not a chocolate colour, so it matches the rest. This was a very dark piece. I would use coffee. Look at that, now look.
That has made it look amazing.
What did Mum think of that?
She'll love it.
The swab results are back from the lab, and it's not looking good for this messy menagerie.
Now, you're very fond of your animals, I know, but I think there's not enough attention being paid to hygiene. I've got samples here of Klebsiella and E. coli. There are around 1 million bacteria next to the chinchilla cage, OK? And that's really from, you know, the animals chucking out their bedding and there's faeces in that bedding.
But we do wash the cages out when they're cleaned out.
Yes, no, the cages themselves are fine. It's what comes out there into your environment.
We're not cleaning around the cage,
Yes,
we're just cleaning
that's
the
right.
cage.
Yeah. So as well as a massive bacterial count, we've got huge numbers of fungal spores all over the house. Remember the inside of the freezer? Will you ever forget it?